Cybran! What a pleasant surprise. Thank you for joining me. As you can see, I just finished a productive meeting with my Guardian friends. I was showing them my terraformer. It's a magnificent piece of machinery, don't you think? I have learned much about it since our last encounter. Let me demonstrate. What was that?
It would appear Commander Gage has also learned how to operate the eco-synthesizer's propulsion system.
Wonderful. Where are we?
We have traveled all the way to Altair 2. I do not believe this planet is in immediate need of terraforming.
I need to stop Gage before he destroys the planet.
Indeed, but it appears that Commander Gage has done more than merely activate the eco-synthesizer's launch sequence. He has accessed what appears to be an extremely powerful quantum field, which is protecting his ACU and parts of his base.
His field must have a power source.
It appears to be linked to 4 structures, yes.
So if I destroy the structures...
The field may or may not collapse, yes. However, I must warn you against this action, as this may damage the eco-synthesizer.
Are there any other options?
I will need to consult the data.
We're out of time.
The Guardians gave me access to some of their fine experimentals. Dr. Brackman could learn a thing or two from their designs.
New research options are available.
It'll set up the defensive line over here so that they can hold.
I find it interesting that I can't even remember committing all of these so-called monstrous acts after a few days.
I'm really hurting from mass. Need those shields up because they're gonna get artillery and they're gonna start just eat more cheeseburgers. Good, yeah, good advice. Oh, there's more mass down here. I forgot about that. Okay, we're in a good position now. Oh, those are battleship, they're not spider bots. I was wondering why is my output of damage on them so low.
I have decided to grant you access to all existing Cybran technology.
It's about time.
Do not be ungrateful.
He did in fact get stuck. Okay, so there will be attacks coming from here, and from the center, but there's also going to be artillery coming from there, and I will need to eventually prepare for that. As far as our assault
Commander
plan is
under
concerned,
attack.
we are going to go for Rippers.
Commander under attack.
Once I got the Rippers, I can pretty much clear this map any way I want to, but I do want to build some of the other experimentals just to have them. Okay, now I just need to get the research done. Experimentals? Yeah, it's experimentals.
Commander under attack.
That should be enough defenses. Air units attacking. Didn't get far. Are you stuck? You better not be stuck.
Enjoying all of these Illuminate and Cybran experimental units. It's a beautiful synergy between factions.
need more units to speed up the construction. One more experimental down. Let's do the megaliths as well. Megaliths are very good for defenses because they can fire at multiple units at the same time. Oh yeah, we can do the dinosaur as well. Yeah, we have access to the dinosaur. It is a cool map for a final mission. It actually has very much of StarCraft vibes. But this map is actually a very good representation of how small or the scale of the game is when compared to other titles. Once I see artillery shots running, then these Soul Rippers will go immediately to destroy that. But Air Momo is the one thing that can actually deal with Soul Rippers. gonna keep out of the reach of that air Momo and we're fine.
Your father has trained you well. Bravo.
The Cybran Rex experimental is the culmination of my experiments in adding organics to our Cybran forces. This glorious creation can be constructed at an experimental land factory.
Glorious creation indeed.
The Universal Colossus is a majestic unit, don't you agree?
Not when it's firing at me.
I do not believe your weapons can penetrate these shields, Ivan. You will need to get underneath them, closer to the targets.
The first power source is disabled.
I remain disappointed that you have chosen this approach, Ivan, for all of the technology on this eco-synthesizer is precious to me.
I can see what you were doing, and it's only going to make Shiva angry.
Are those engineers? Yeah, those are engineers. It goes for an engineer rush.
Second power source is down.
Be careful, Ivan. Think of what we can learn from this technological marvel.
I can learn that it's dangerous and needs to be destroyed.
Why would you want to damage this monument to the wonder of technology?
Yeah, this unit is absolutely overpowered.
Impressive.
There's a Cybernosaurus Rex. It's magnificent and it's beautiful.
Oh, this isn't good.
Indeed, the Illuminant Darkonoid is a formidable experiment. You need to address this threat quickly and efficiently.
Well, that was unfortunate.
One more to go.
Think of how many lives could be saved by the Shiva technology.
But you're going to destroy a planet with it, so you're kind of not truthful there.
The final power source has been destroyed. Yes, the field is shut down and Gage is finally exposed.
I warned you about making Shiva angry, Ivan. The rest of its defenses have come online.
Fascinating. The eco-synthesizer has a number of locations on its surface that are producing some sort of defensive mobile unit. I would very much like to study these units. Please secure one.
That isn't going to happen. They're inbound.
Strategic launch detected. Commander under attack.
Oh crap, was that a nuke?
Strategic launch detected. Strategic launch.
He seems to be aiming for those things. Okay, we're building an anti-nuke there. Okay, that's the last of the drones now. Time to start dealing with the bases. Should be it. Deleted.
That wasn't very friendly of you, either.
I could just rush him, but I want to destroy everything. There is some joy in just steamrolling your opponent with superior units. Cleaned up.
Commander Gage, as a Cybran,
This
I
is
feel
the end
compelled to
story
give you the
for you.
opportunity to
And the
surrender.
beginning of an even bigger adventure for me.
Gage is down. Gage is down.
Excellent work, Ivan. Very efficient. Oh, yes.
Wait, I'm picking up something.
Never mind that, my child. The eco-synthesizer is under our control. What's left of it, at least.
This is only the first of many battles that will be fought to control Shiva.
Ivan, man will invariably create technology that will lead to its own downfall.
If we can foresee this in advance, Don't we have an obligation to stop it?
You can't stop progress, my child.
Which is exactly why no one can be trusted with the power of Shiva.
My boy, your defiance is troubling. You must turn over the eco-synthesizer to me.
No, I can't do that. I'm destroying Shiva.
My child, I am most disappointed with your decision.
Destroying Shiva was the only option.
Very interesting. Your actions illustrate a significant flaw in the proto-brain implant and algorithm. This will require additional research and debugging.
I want to thank you for this opportunity to address the Senate and my fellow members of the Coalition. We have fought each other for millennia. But these conflicts must come to an end. The events of the last few months should serve as a reminder of the fragile state of our alliance. Many of us have traveled down different paths, and some of us have gotten lost along the way. But we need to unite and help our wayward brothers and sisters return to the right path. Let us mourn those who made the ultimate sacrifice, but not forget to celebrate the living. For we are not Cybrans, Illuminate, or UEF. We are families, men and women, old and young, more alike than different. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are at the dawn of a new age, one of unimaginable potential. I look forward to what happens next for all of us. Thank you.
There is one more cutscene, so we're gonna stick around for that, but that's Supreme Commander 2. In many ways, it is a step back. Probably why the franchise never continued after this. And, I mean, for me, the biggest problem is just a reduction in scale. Supreme Commander 1 and the Forged Alliance followed what Total Annihilation already put in front before them, which was grand scale, large maps, tons of units, tons of structures, multiple tiers of different units, all structured differently, all designed uniquely, and every single one of them having their uses. And then this game kind of went back on that. Reduced the scale. It became more StarCrafty in many ways. The research tree is kind of an odd choice. The economy took a step back. As you've seen in most of the missions I've played, I only built like 6 power plants, and that was it for the most part. I only needed more power plants when I was unlocking Convert Mass. That's it. For the other, the Mass, what was there was enough. There is also the drastic change in the economy. No longer you have a production that is ongoing, and it's simply the efficiency of it goes down. It's just standard. You accumulate resources, then you spend them. I'm not a fan. One of the unique selling points of the Total Annihilation and Supreme Commander 1 was that economy system. The units themselves are also a step back when compared to Total Annihilation 1, Total Annihilation and the Supreme Commander 1. in Supreme Commander and Forged Alliance, like, units had a number of abilities and they were very flexible. Now, I do like the designs of the units in Supreme Commander too, but I don't like that they are so limited on functionalities. And a whole bunch of functionalities are locked behind research, and that whole research is kind of just like shoveled in. Like, you make 10 or more research buildings, and then you just spam research. Now, I did like the characters in Supreme Commander 1 quite a bit, actually, so much so that I was very disappointed that I couldn't save a couple of characters in Forged Alliance. I was actually very sad that we couldn't save Burke or what was her name? The Cybran girl. But in this game, well, the characters are more, they're more plot driven. The character design is horrendous, and while these credits were going on, you could see the concept art, and concept art for the characters is actually very good. But the animations and the graphics in the cutscenes are not. And that's one thing I can't understand, because they've improved them drastically in Forged Alliance. The animations for characters in Forged Alliance were excellent. So what happened? I just can't, like, what happened?
There are risks.
I am well aware of all potential issues with the proto-brain technology.
But you've never done it to yourself.
My child, where is your sense of curiosity? Your desire to peer into the unknown?
Aren't you concerned about...
Commence the proto-brain initialization sequence.
Yes, Dr. Brackman. I won't fail you this time.
This is quite interesting. Commander Gage, are you ready for a new adventure?
Oh no, they worked together from the beginning.
Operation completed.
And this is why I said that the Brackman is kind of a bad guy, but he isn't a bad guy. He is just like a mad scientist who just cares about progress and research. He's not actually having any ill intent. It's just that he doesn't know when to stop, and his research just gets away from him.